Hi, good morning. This is Peter. Welcome to Pleasant River Preserve. It's October 3rd, 18 degrees, sunny, beautiful. Leaves are starting to turn. This morning we're going to do a walking tour on Lot 5, 25 acres, fully blazed around the perimeter. We're looking at just the start of the lot right now, and this is the access road in. So there's a short little access road. This is all crown land where the truck is parked. So lot 5 is adjacent to 1,000 acres of crown land. And you take a well-maintained crown road off of Highway 208 to access the property. It is 3.6 kilometers off of asphalt, but it's a really good condition road, and you drive right to the lot. So if you're looking for privacy, for wildlife, for nature, this is certainly a great property. This morning we're going to walk down the middle of the lot and do the perimeter, and we'll come out here on the borderline. So just to give you a feel for lot 5, it's the first lot coming in off of the crown. So here we have the 1,000 acres of crown land. This is the main access point, and it's pretty much a square, lot 5. There's two interesting, I'll call it cleared, graveled areas that could be easy access for a trailer or tenting as you get a feel for the property. So it's super easy to access and super easy to use. This is the main road, this lane that goes down through the center of the property. And then you have deeded access all the way through to the other end of the 110 acres. And what's interesting here is you get access to this forest road, which goes for miles and miles and miles. So you have a natural trail road system through both the front of the property and then deeded access through the back of the property that connects you to a whole massive web of lakes and forest road system. You could travel forever, really. So we're just walking down the forest road that leads through the middle of lot 5. As you can see, it's in great shape. So you have a ready-made road that gives you all kinds of options in terms of where to consider building a camp. So this is kind of a cool vantage point. I'm just on a big rock here, headed down the lane. You can see the lane continuing through the middle of the lot, but it gives you a good vantage of some of the views that are available from the property and what you can expect for timber composition. You can see the colored leaves in the distance. Nice area of hardwood. And here's a little more concentrated on softwood. We have pine, spruce, balsam fir, some tamarack in the distance as well. And actually, as you get closer to the brook, which is right now we're looking north, so kind of downhill towards the brook, you'll find lots of pockets of tamarack. So this is looking back from, that's the boulder in the distance, but that's the lane that we came in on. And this is at one of the big curves in the lane. And this is the natural flat cleared area that I was mentioning, which would be a super easy place to park a trailer, tent, for immediate use of the property, give you a chance to get to know the lot, explore it a little bit more, and determine where the best spot to put a cabin is. But easy access, drive right to it, easy to use. So this is that flat cleared area, and you can see it's just about at the lot line. So here we are at the intersection of the lane and the western edge of the property line. And we're just going to head down here and make our way around the perimeter of the square of the lot. So this is the lane intersecting with the western edge of lot 5. So you might have seen, if you watched the walking tour of lot 4, you'd have seen this. Lot 4 is to our left, lot 5 is to our right. And this is just in from the lane. As you can see, there are some skidder trails from when the property was logged before that again provide some starting access to the interior of the property. But you can get a feel as we head downhill towards the northern western edge of the lot. We go downhill a little bit. There's some natural drainage. The water wants to make its way from the top of the property to the brook. And you can see mostly softwood on this section, but you can see pockets of hardwood in the distance. And again, tamarack as we work our way towards the brook. So standing now on the northwest corner of lot 5, this is what we just came down from the forest road. So this is lot 4, and this is lot 5, and this is the northern property line that we'll walk now. As I mentioned, everything wants to drain down this way towards the brook, which is in there. And you can get a feel for that from the maturity of the standing timber. And I think if I was keeping this lot, over a weekend or a few weekends, I'd get a little mini excavator and help the drainage along a little bit with a bit of a ditch through the property to help the water make its way to where it really wants to get to, which is the brook anyway. So it's just soft down here, a lot of moss, no sitting water, but some drainage would help it immensely. So we're still on the northern property line, approaching the northeast corner, and you can see a little bit of an incline, but we've only gained, a meter or 2 meters of elevation, and you can see the sharp change in tree profile, species profile. Much thicker, ground is less spongy or mossy, so quite a bit of variation even on the lower end of the property line. So we're standing at the northeast corner of lot 5. This is where we came from, and this is where we'll be walking through. But you can see just 3 steps off of this corner, there's a terrific trail, ATV trail, already established on here that runs from the lane back in through this property and ultimately ends up joining the Crown Road that we drove in on. So super convenient. Drive right to the property. Already have ATV trails, some flat areas for camping already. So it's a pretty special lot. We're making our way up the eastern edge, and you can see very nicely wooded. That ATV trail is just beyond there. Here's a nice find. Super mature, big pine tree. A little thin on the crown, so it may be nearing its final days. That's where we came from, so that's the back northeastern corner. So we just crossed the lane that runs through the interior of lot 5, and the interior of all the lots. So to the right, everything to the right is lot 5, and everything to the left is 1,000 acres of crown land. So super private. We're now at the southeastern corner of lot 5. So this is looking back towards the road, where we came from. A little softer than I was expecting to see in here. We have elevation, but there's no natural path for the water to kind of drain off. So I think a mini excavator following this cleared lot line, no trees to worry about, just digging a trench, allowing some natural seepage and water flow where it wants to go back downhill towards the brook would make a world of difference. So this now is the, let me get it straight. This now is the southern property line that we're going to make our way up. And you can see, just 75 feet into this, there's already some elevation. So this back corner, southeast corner, is where, again, no sitting water or anything, just a little spongy under the moss. So this is on the southern property line. Everything to the right will be part of lot 5. Really nice in here. We haven't climbed much, but it's high and dry. Nice spacing with the trees. Could definitely see having a cabin in here. There seems to be a bit of a natural crest right in there. And we'll just continue to make our way on the southern property line. Still on the southern property line, but you can see how much the look and the feel changes in just a few, maybe 100 meters. But nice incline here, super wooded. Have a big, huge pine tree there in the distance. But again, we're climbing the whole way from the southeast corner. So a good mix now of hardwood and softwood and some natural elevation. And I think if I was keeping this lot, this might be one of the areas I would be thinking about putting a cabin. Super private at the back corner, and some great scenery. Standing at the corner now, the southwest corner of lot 5. So this continues on to lot 4. Everything on that side is lot 4. This is the boundary line, which takes us back to the road through the middle of the property, which we'll do now. And this is where we came from. You can see also that there's another ATV trail that comes right into here. So there's ready-made access, completely dry access to get into the back of the property. So we're still on the western property line of lot 5. This is lot 4 to the left. This is supposed to be a walking tour video of lot 5, but you can see that lot 4 is pretty special too. Elevation, some natural crests, lots of hardwood. And then everything that you see here is lot 5. You can see on the horizon some big, beautiful fir trees. And again, this side of the property is completely high and dry. And I'll show you in a minute that the prior owner did indeed dig a ditch, a water retention ditch or water drainage ditch, which I think accounts for why this side of the property is so dry. It's just the water's just looking for somewhere to go. So this is a little drainage ditch that the prior owner dug, probably with a little mini excavator. You can see there's mostly moss in there now, but a little bit of water, but it's doing its job. It's draining this area, and it's draining out the eastern side of lot 5, and again making its way where it naturally wants to go, which is catching the runoff and the little streams to the eastern side through the crownland. This is looking back into the sun, but towards the south. So that's where we came, the south west corner of lot 5. Gives you a good feel, a little bit of a rise and a crest, and gives you a feel. There's a big pine tree that we saw earlier. We made it. That's the end of the walking tour of lot 5. This is looking at the lane going back into lot 4. This is looking south back to the corner, the lot line that we just came from. Thanks for joining me on the walking tour today. Pleasure to show you. It's a gorgeous day to be out in nature, and hopefully you'll come take a look at this lot. Have a great day.